Hello my dear friends, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another video. Today we're just gonna have a nice simple day at home. So grab yourself a cup of tea and let's get started. So as you can see, the maple leaves have finally turned and fallen. It seems like they were the last ones to go this year. They held on for quite a while, but now it is also time for them to move into the new season. I've been taking it slow the past month, and it's given me the chance to recenter and feel grounded in the season. Usually the autumn time for me is a very busy time, but this autumn, for the first time in years, it feels really spacious and grounding. For me, slowing down and focusing on the simple things has helped me clarify what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and in some ways, who I truly am. If you've been listening to my letters recently, you will know that perfectionism is something that I struggle with. The more I think about it, I realize that it's not only really achievement or prestige, but rather the topic of identity that can actually kind of torture us. The modern world has us believe that we need to prove ourselves, to be something extraordinary, to be recognized as an expert of this or that. And I've found that for myself and many others, the pressure is too heavy to handle and causes confusion and frustration. When I was living in the ashram, I learned this phrase, simple living, high thinking. And what it basically is referring to is keeping our lifestyle as simple as we can, so that we can dedicate as much of our time and energy to the most important things in life: spiritual growth, development of good qualities, and imbuing our daily life with a conscious attitude. What I've been thinking about recently is that one aspect of simple living, or having a simple lifestyle, is also in being simple ourselves. How are we to live simply if we ourselves are chaotically complicated and confused about who we are and what we're meant to do with this life? For myself, I've noticed that the more I put labels on myself, the more confusing it gets. In the past, I've told myself, I'm a musician, I'm an artist, or I'm a therapist. But what happens when you stop playing music as your main profession? Or what happens when the artist, as they are human, goes a few weeks straight not being able to produce any art? Who are they then? It's not so simple anymore. I've faced this situation on and off for years now, and what I have realized through lots of frustration and confusion, but also through many great teachings that I've studied, is that none of these identities really work, not in the long term. There is a deeper part of ourselves on the soul level that is immovable. And on a day-to-day basis, on a more practical level, we do have certain duties that define us. I also want to clarify that to be simple, it doesn't mean not to excel, not to make art, or not to make great contributions to society. In fact, it may be acceptance of a simple identity that allows us to make these contributions with greater humility, steadiness, and depth. So I am trying to connect with my simple self and see that by simplifying my understanding of who I am, which happens to be, according to my current duties, a young housewife who likes to write and make beautiful things, and also a Bhakti yogi. These are the essentials of who I am and what I do. It isn't easy to adopt this attitude. The whole world is working against it. I think a good example are examples of very famous celebrities who experience the very peak of worldly success, but they later in life devote themselves to philanthropy and maybe even spiritual life. They saw the top and saw that happiness wasn't there. I'm not experiencing this as an expert. I'm only in the first steps in my journey of recognizing that my simple self is my real self, and I am wrestling with it regularly. But I've felt and seen glimpses now of the peace that comes when you let all those other identities go, and it's helped a lot in my pursuit of a simple life. If I could share one thing, it would be, don't feel pressured by the world to be someone you're not. Your simple self is more than enough. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I really look forward to our chat in the comment section. I wonder if any of you have experienced any of this and have any thoughts on it. I'll see you all next week. Your friend, Sukanti.